Okay, so last week I did a movie review for this loser, J.O. Cauvin. He's a comedian. He's from New York. I thought I'd do him a favor because the guy's really doing terribly. He averages, 150 YouTube views a week for his movie reviews, which is nothing. It's a 0%. He's the Lindsey Graham of YouTube movie reviewers. So I said, let me do one. He's a New Yorker. Help him out just to show everybody I'm not a bad guy. I do one review and all of a sudden 4,500 views. This is not an exaggeration. You can look at the numbers. This is what happened. And this is what happens. This is what I want to do for America. If we're doing poorly, I want to put my name. I want to lead it, and we'll be great. I really will be great for this country. The same way I was great for these movie reviews. So he goes from 150 YouTube views to 4,500. It's unheard of. This is a kind of improvement that it never happens, and but it happens with me. It happens with me all the time. I put my name. I put Trump on something. It does much better. So I decided, you know what? Let me do it again. I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling great after really, really just doing great in the Republican debate. I mean, they thought I was going to go down. Instead, I go up. I go up another 2 points after what they said was going to be my downfall. So basically, I thought, well, I can help these movie reviews again. So I decided this week I saw the movie Straight Outta Compton. And I was nervous because the last time I saw a rap film, it was called Notorious. It starred a very black version of Rosie O'Donnell as Biggie. I didn't care for it. I thought it was weak. I thought it was stupid, and it just wasn't a well-made film. It just wasn't. It wasn't a great picture, and those are really the only movies I have time to see. And so I go see Straight Outta Compton, and it's about the rap group, whose album came out in 1988. Which, by the way, was the same year that my book, The Art of the Deal, came out. So, 1988, obviously a very legendary year simply because my book came out, and I'm sure, my book doing so well, The Art of the Deal, probably helped NWA sell lots more records because they said, hey, this year's a great year. We should support other people because Donald Trump is doing so well, so let's support these rappers. Now, NWA stands for N-words with attitude, which I can't say. The president can say. President Obama can say the full word. I don't know why I can't. We live in a very politically correct climate. I don't like it, but you know what? I don't want to get called racist by the media, so I don't want it to distract from the very great things I'm going to do through my campaign. So be it. Can't say it. They're the N-words with attitude. It's fine. I'm not going to push the envelope. So the movie is about Dr. Dre, who I love. I love Dr. Dre. He's great. He's a doctor. You respect that. He just sold Beats with my good friend, by the way, Jimmy Iovine, a great friend of mine. I call him all the time. I told him, you got to sell Beats. I said, he wasn't going to sell. And I said, you know what? I'm Donald Trump. I'm telling you, the art of the deal, sell Beats. He sells at $3 billion because that's what I do. I help my friends and I make great deals. So he sells it. Now, $3 billion is not a huge deal to me. It's okay. It's good. It's a good deal. I'm not going to say it's not a good deal, but it's, $3 billion in a weekend is what I sell to the Chinese when I'm selling apartments because I know how to work with the Chinese, which is just, another reason why I should be the president. But this is a movie review. It's not a presidential ad. But, I just think when I sell $3 billion worth of apartments to the Chinese in a weekend, I'm not as impressed as you might be with Dr. Dre selling headphones for $3 billion. But still, I'm not saying it's not a good deal. It's good. He should be proud of himself. It's a good start. He's entering business. I applaud him. I like him. Great. Then there's Ice Cube, who's in the movie. Well, he's not in the movie, but his son is in the movie, which I love. I love that move because if I was going to have a movie about myself, I'd play myself. Because I look great, I look younger than I am, I'm still virile, I'm still having sex with beautiful women. But if I had to pick somebody other than myself to play a younger version of myself, it'd be my son Donald. So that's just what it would be. So I respect Ice Cube for doing what he does. Then we get to Eazy-E, who's a member of the group, kind of an important member of the group, but I can't respect him. I mean, he's, I appreciate his entrepreneurial spirit. He was dealing drugs early on. I respect that, hustling. But what I don't respect is he gets AIDS in the movie. And how can I, I can't support that. It's not good. And I blame the Clintons. He got AIDS during the Clinton administration, and that's what you're going to have more of with Hillary Clinton running for president. Do you want more people getting AIDS or do you want jobs? And that's basically the difference between me and Hillary. She's a liar, she's criminal, and what I don't want is people getting AIDS. I want people getting jobs. So if you like rappers getting AIDS and you like people getting AIDS and not being successful, then vote for Hillary Clinton. If you like jobs, if you like the art of the deal, then you know what? I'm the guy you should vote for because I'm going to be really great for the country and really great for not getting AIDS. There's two other members of the group, but who really cares? They're like, they're like the Lindsey Graham and Rick Perry of the group. They're doing nothing. They're nothing. MC Ren and Yella, they're sort of irrelevant to the story, but they're there. I respect that, but, you know, don't need to spend much more time. One of the big issues in the film is the manager, Jerry Heller. Now, I love the Jews. They're great. I'm from New York. I deal with them all the time. A lot of business dealings. Very cunning people, very sharp. I support Israel. I think this Iran deal is bad. I think the Persians are kicking our ass in negotiations because we have weak leadership. But on the topic of this movie, he's manipulating Eazy-E and taking advantage of the band, and I respect that because that's, in business, you got to be a killer. These guys have to be killers, not just with guns, but also in the boardroom, in the negotiating, which you'd know if you'd read my book, The Art of the Deal, which you should all buy. Came out the same year as Straight Outta Compton. Great year for rap, greater year for literature, and this guy, Jerry Herrera, takes advantage of him. He's played by my friend Paul Giamatti. Now, I called Paul. I said, great job, because I'm friends with Paul. I have very powerful friends. And I wasn't friends with him until he got nominated for an Oscar. But once he was, I said, okay, you're worthy. Here's my number. I'll call you. We golf. We do things. We go to charity events. It's great. And then there's Huge Knight. This guy, Huge Knight, which, you know, of course, when I see a guy's name is Huge, I think immediately of Huge, which is, you know, my expertise, my business savvy, my genius. So I'm intrigued, but this guy's a real terror. He's a real terrible person, and you know, I don't respect that. So what I did was I called Huge and I said, you know, you gotta calm down. You gotta stop killing people. You gotta stop manipulating things and trying to take advantage, because a contract negotiation is sacred. You can't just shoot people and beat them up when you don't want contracts to go your way. You know, because Huge has his own contract, but I have huge contract experience, and I'm not going to get bullied out of a contract by some guy in a big red suit. It's just not what I do. I'm that tough a negotiator, which is what we need in the White House, a tougher negotiator. Well, basically, this movie, you know, it's not perfect, you know, because obviously it was Straight Outta Compton, not Straight Outta Trump Towers. If it had been Straight Outta Trump Towers, it would have been a perfect A. But you know what? I'm giving the movie an A- because I respect the entrepreneurial spirit. I respect the negotiating and the strength that these guys showed in taking ownership of their own careers. And let's be honest, the music is great. It's great music. Maybe not the greatest positive message. You know, I as a presidential candidate, I can't endorse a song like you know, fuck the police, because I don't believe that. I think we need to respect the police. So if this was Straight Out of Trump Towers, I might have adjusted the song to be, you know, respect the police. But other than that, I think it's a good film. I respect the people that made it. I love Dr. Dre. Good start to his business career. Eazy-E. Very sad to see you get AIDS, but I blame that, of course, on the Clintons. So once again, if you don't want AIDS to run rampant through the country, vote for me. Don't vote for Hillary. She's a criminal. She encourages AIDS among our rap community. So please, do the right thing. See this movie. A-. Next week, I don't know what I'll be doing, but that's it. I'm done. Thanks. This was great.
Wanna get that feeling, gotta